Hello and welcome. Today we're working in Managerial Accounting, the full course. We're working on Chapter 15, which is the Introduction to Managerial Accounting. And we're working on how to do cost of goods manufactured and cost of goods sold in the same problem. Hey, if you're new, my name is Jeff from Finally Learn. I teach a lot of accounting, a lot of finance. And so please like, comment, subscribe, and let's work with this problem here. So let's say we have the following cost for the current year, and we're going to use T accounts to calculate direct materials used, cost of goods manufactured, and cost of goods sold. Now, the flow of the manufacturing costs, we're going to calculate the direct materials or the materials, how much we used, and then we're going to calculate the work in process account to get cost of goods manufactured, and then we need the finished goods account to get cost of goods sold. So we have all that set up here, and so let's show you how this works. So what we have is we have three stages of inventory. Remember, materials, work in process, finished goods. We start working on materials and then it becomes work in process, and then we finish it, it becomes finished goods. And then we have some other cost here. Now we won't need all these costs on this problem. So one of the things we need to know is what do we need, what do we not need, what do we can we ignore. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to calculate materials used. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take beginning materials, the beginning inventory, plus purchases minus the ending materials, and we'll get materials used. So let's just use the numbers that we have. Beginning materials is 2,300. The ending materials is going to be 4,100. Okay, so that's our beginning and ending, and we had purchases. So our purchases of materials, direct materials purchases, or something would be called maybe materials purchases or purchase of direct materials, something like that. So here's what we have. We started with 2,300. We purchased 97,400 more. We used it all except for the 4,100. So here's our math. 2,300 plus 97,400 minus the 4,100. So I think using these T accounts makes it really easier, honestly. So we have beginning plus purchases minus ending gives us direct materials used. Now, that's step one. So let me highlight that. That is our first answer, direct materials used. We need cost of goods manufactured and now cost of goods sold after that. So what we have is we have work in process is going to be beginning work in process plus materials, labor, and overhead minus the ending work in process will give us how much we completed. So if it moves out of work in process, it means we're no longer working on it, it's finished. So cost of goods manufactured is the cost of the finished goods. We move it to the finished goods account. So beginning work in process is going to be 8,500. The ending work in process is going to be, work in process ending is going to be 9,700. Okay. Now we already know direct materials used. We just calculated that in the previous T account. Now there's a line that says direct labor used. Direct labor used, and that's 122,400. And then our overhead, we're going to have to go back and look and find things that are related to the factory. Well, indirect labor is a overhead. Depreciation expense for the factory is overhead. Utilities expense for the factory is overhead. Sometimes it's called factory overhead or manufacturing overhead. What about general and administrative expenses or selling expenses or interest expense? All those are period costs. They do not show up as cost of goods manufactured. They're not a product cost. They are not involved in building our products. So here's what we need to do. We need to take for overhead, MOH or FOH for factory overhead, we need to take the indirect labor plus depreciation for the factory plus utilities for the factory. That's our total overhead, and we're going to exclude general and administrative expenses, G&A, selling, and interest expense. All right, so here's what we have. We have all these materials, labor, and overhead, and we had beginning. So to calculate cost of goods manufactured, we're going to take the beginning plus materials plus labor plus overhead minus the ending work in process, what we didn't finish, and it gives us what we did finish. So that's $264,800 is our cost of goods manufactured. That's the second thing we're trying to calculate. So here we're trying to calculate cost of goods manufactured. We're finished. Now the last thing we need to do is calculate finished goods. Well, we have beginning finished goods, what we started with, and these are goods that are ready to sell, 6,400. And then we have cost of goods manufactured, 264,800. And what we still have left that we did not sell is going to be ending finished goods, 9,100. So here's what we do on this. We calculate beginning plus what we built, what we completed, minus our ending is going to be, this is what we sold. We sold items that cost us $262,100. Now, we need to know this number so we can sell it for more than that. Maybe we sold it for $400,000 and it cost us $262,000, and we're happy we're making our products and we're making a profit on those products. But this is how we calculate materials used, cost of goods manufactured, and cost of goods sold. Hey, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video.